The Budai Nagy Antal revolt, or Bobalna revolt, of 1437 in Transylvania, was the only significant popular revolt in the Kingdom of Hungary prior to the Great Peasant War of 1514. The event is named after the leader of the revolt, Antal Nagy de Buda, or is simply called the Transylvanian Peasant Revolt. Events leading to the revolt. In order to tackle financial burdens resulting from the Hussite wars and military campaigns against the Ottoman Empire, King Sigismund put lower-value silver coins into circulation in Hungary. Georgieli Acutes, the Bishop of Transylvania, decided in 1434 not to collect taxes until this money was used. However, he demanded the arrears of the tithes in one sum 3 years later, in 1437, when valuable golden coins were issued again by the royal treasury. The peasants, having received revenues in silver coins earlier, were not able to pay taxes in the new valuable currency. When the peasants refused to pay, the bishop excommunicated them. The peasants were also aggrieved over the unwillingness of their lords to respect their right of free movement. Furthermore, the bishop required payments from petty noblemen and even from Vlach peasants who did not belong to the Roman Catholic Church. The rebellion breaks out. The rebellion broke out in northern Transylvania, but soon spread to the counties of Satmar and Arbolx. In June 1437, an army of Hungarian and Vlach peasants built a camp on a hill at Babelnar. They were joined by petty noblemen and priests. They proclaimed and demanded the recognition of an estate of their own, called Universitas Hungarorum e Valachorum, a state of Hungarians and Romanians, and were led by a poor nobleman called Antal Nagy de Buda and 5 other captains. The rebels sent envoys to Transylvanian voivode Laszlo Csak. The voivode promptly executed the envoys, but after the rebel troops scored a victory over his forces, he feigned willingness to negotiate. On 6 July at Kolesmonostor a contract was signed between the parties that met many of the rebels' demands. Both parties also sent envoys to King Sigismund of Hungary asking for arbitration. However, on 16 September the Transylvanian nobility, the Saxon burghers, and the Secli Free Guards formed an alliance of mutual aid, which was termed the Union of Kapelnar. The alliance was designed to protect Transylvania from Tatar and Ottoman incursions, and to support feudal landlords in the noble counties in the fight against the peasants. A new treaty with the rebels was signed on 6 October at Apatoi, which repealed some aspects of the previous agreement. The new agreement exempted petty nobles from paying taxes and thus left the peasants alone with their requests. When Sigismund died in December, the Allies attacked and defeated the rebels in a pitched battle. Antal Nagy de Buda died on the battlefield. They also besieged Kolesvar, where the surviving rebels found refuge, and took the town in January 1438. The leaders of the revolt were executed at Torda, while Kolesvar was deprived of its urban privileges and its inhabitants declared peasants. On 2 February 1438, the alliance set out by the Union of Kapelnar was renewed. It later became the Union of Three Nations. In literature, Hungarian author G. Acutza Hagedus wrote an historic novel about this event titled Erdöntői Vezedelem.